Welcome to week 4, our last class of this 4-week series. This class we will be doing more yoga, and we encourage you to do as much of the yoga as you can and modify where you need to, of course. We'll also be going through calm touch body handling and canine stretching, and we'll cover a little bit more canine stretching in this class. All right, let's get started. You're seated, so get comfortable. Shift around. And just notice your starting point today. First of all, where are you at? How do you feel in your body? Notice any areas of tension or any areas where you're holding on. See if you can just soften a little bit. And check in with what your dog is doing. And before we even start class, notice any attachment to that. Notice if you're setting any expectations. Because it's your 4th class, right? My dog should be doing this, my dog should be doing that. They're different each time. Just as you're different every time you come to your mat, so is your dog. So let go of any expectations and just notice and observe what your dog is doing. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Breathe in, roll your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, draw them down and away. Let's do that again. Big inhale, roll them up, squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Release them down. Heart lifts, long spine. Close your eyes. Gently close your mouth and begin to breathe. Every inhale you fill up, each exhale soften. Breathe in. Exhale, soften your shoulders. Another breath in. Soften your arms, your hands, and your fingers. Good. Your palms can be facing down or up. Another breath in. Soften your hips, your thighs, your knees, your legs. Yeah, and I saw you wiggle your toes, right? You might be holding on. Even with your toes, maybe just give them a little wiggle. Continue to deepen your breath. Notice if your body is already changing as you soften and breathe. Notice yourself shifting from being really busy, from your mind being active, to this stillness where all you have to do is breathe. Bring your right hand over your heart, and then your left hand over your right hand. You can bow down. Think of one word for your practice. Just one word. And then release your hands, open your eyes. Start in downward facing dog. Slowly transition So if your dog is really still, you almost don't want to move, right? It's like they're finally laying there. We made it to week 4, they're not moving. Like, can't we just stay? Right? So really slowly transition. And start to move around in your downward facing dog. Other option is tabletop. So you can keep your knees down and move in tabletop. So the movement might start with your legs. You're bending and straightening, reaching your heels, right, back down. Maybe the movement comes into your hips, a gentle rock from side to side. Your hips start to reach back towards your feet. Maybe taking some movement into your upper body, into your shoulders, maybe bending your elbows, straightening your elbows, pressing into one hand and then the other. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Other option is to stay with your knees down in table. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee and then open your hip. We're going to take one big circle in one direction. Good, now go the other way, one circle. Send your leg straight behind you. Reach out through your heel. Flex your foot. Really active leg. Good. Now step your right foot between your hands and we'll move through track star, moving back and forth. Right, there may be a little bit of a pop, a little snap, right? Maybe in your feet or your knees. It's all good. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. Good, and then send your right leg long behind you. Take a breath in. On your exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Squeeze it in. Good, send your leg long. Squeeze your leg in again. Good, last one. Reach long behind you. Draw your knee in. This time you're going to draw your knee in and up. Yeah, there you go. Good. Send your leg long behind you. Lower your leg back down. Take a breath in. Empty it out. Lift your left leg high. Bend your knee and then open your hip up. One big circle, one way. And go the other way. Send your leg long behind you. Really active here. Keep pressing out through your heel and then press into your hands. See if you can send your heel back even more and get more length. That's it, Chelsea. All right, step your foot between your hands, low runner's lunge, track star, move back and forth. And here in class, these guys are like either calm this afternoon or getting used to this yoga thing. But at home, if your dog is getting up and down, right, you just remind your dog to lay down. That can still happen even this week into class. All right, turn towards the front of your mat. Send your left leg long behind you. Lift it up a little bit more, maybe like an inch more. There you go, good. Breath in, exhale, knee to nose. Go long, reach back. Draw it in, squeeze. Send your leg long. Squeeze it in. Draw your knee up. Oh, so nice. Send your leg long behind you. Reset your downward dog. So lower your foot down. Shift forward into high plank. Low push-up all the way down. Upward facing dog. Lift your heart. Press back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Fold at the back of your mat. A gentle sway from side to side. Back and forth. Good, halfway lift. Breath in. Exhale, fold down. Rise up, reach. Hands interlaced together. Take a breath in. And then exhale, go to the right. Come back through center, breath in. Exhale, go left. Good, back to center. Reach, lift and open your heart. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank, walk it out. Pause here. Squeeze everything towards your center. Arms are active, legs are active. You're pressing out through your heels, reaching out through the top of your head. Maybe your gaze goes forward. Lower all the way down. Up dog, heart lifts. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Empty it out. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise tall, come on up. Chair pose, sink low. First chair, bring your hands to your heart, right? And just make a little bit of movement, settle in, sink down even more. Take another breath, go even lower. Good, reach your arms up. And then think of squeezing your shoulder blades together. Yeah, and then your shoulders are reaching back. Heart is lifting up. Yeah, and keep breathing in. And then exhale, go even lower. You're cooking. We're warming up here. Warm it up quick. Take another breath in. Forward fold. Halfway lifts. High plank. Lower all the way down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Empty it out. Right foot steps between your hand for warrior one. Arms come up. Good, now lift your back heel, crescent lunge. Twist to your right, arms are gonna open for revolved crescent. Yeah. Open up to warrior two. Left hand drops, right arm up, reverse, go back. Good, forearm comes to your thigh for side angle, reach forward. Reverse, go back. Good. Come down, high plank. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let it out. Step to the top. Fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise tall. Really reach here. Chair pose, sink. Hands come to heart center. Breath in. Twist right. Open your arms long. Good, take another breath. Exhale, sink even lower. Good, and then check out your knees. Is your left knee popping forward? Draw it back in. Oh yes, another breath. Forward fold. Let it go. Halfway. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up behind you. Reach it back. Good. Step through for warrior one. Left foot lands, get your base, and then come on up. And then hips are turning towards the front of your mat. Lift your back heel up. All of your toes are facing forward for crescent lunge. Twist to your left, revolve. Arms go long, really reach here. Flip it around for warrior two. Right hand down, left hand up, reverse. Come forward for side angle. Reverse, take it back. High plank. Good, stay here. All right. We're gonna cook, we're warming up. So you can stay up or you can come down onto your forearms. So if you have anything going on with your shoulders, your forearms feel good right here. Step your right foot out. Step it back to center. Send your left foot out. Come back to center. Go right, center, left, center. Last one, right? Center, left, center. Press back, downward facing dog. Breathe. And empty. Step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. halfway lift, fold down, rise tall, come on up. Hands come to heart center. Let's come into tree on the right. So you can have kickstand at your calf or all the way up if you want to give a little self-assist. Bring your leg. Good. Start pressing your foot into your standing leg, hands at heart center. And then reach your arms up. But start to lift your heart space up. Yeah, you're lifting up and out of your rib cage. Really press down into your standing foot. Energy lifts up. All right, send your right leg back for airplane. Oh, maybe it touches down, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, palms face down. You're reaching back. Your foot is reaching back, your arms are reaching back, and your heart is lifting and coming forward. All right, nice and smooth here. Land crescent lunge, step back. Good. Reach your arms up. Hands come to heart center. Take a breath, and then twist right. Open your arms long. Take a breath in. Exhale, see if you can sink down a bit more. Good, take another breath. Reach as long as you can. Flip it around, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Step up for chair pose. Oh, meet at the front of your mat. Good, hands come to heart center. You guys are ready to twist, aren't you? All right, let's do it. Twist left. Good, really get your legs anchored. So before you come deeper into your twist, sink down, squeeze your thighs in, and then draw your lower belly up and in. That's it. Now open your arms. Good, and I love it. I see you using the back of your arm to get a little more twist. Yeah, right hand presses against your thighs, twisting open. Take another breath. Reach up even more. Exhale, ring out. Last breath, your biggest breath. Forward folds. Halfway lifts. Fold down. Rise up. Tree on the left. So your left foot is pressing in. Your right foot is standing. Good. Arms go up, right? Lift. Let's take our arms behind us. Interlace your hands behind your back. And then start to squeeze your palms together. Draw your hands back behind you. You're going to feel your shoulder blades squeeze together, and the outsides of your elbows are pulling back and away. Maybe your gaze goes up a little. Oh. All right, release your hands, airplane. Send your lifted leg back. Palms are facing down. But this time, use your palms. Think of pressing down and lifting your leg up and lifting your heart up. Your whole back body is engaged. All right, so beautiful. Now we're gonna gracefully land into crescent lunge. Yeah, it might take a couple hops and wiggles, but we're there. Good, hands come to heart center. Take a breath in, and then exhale. You're gonna twist. So you'll be facing each other here. Good, so you're gonna twist. There you go, good. Breathe in, and then exhale, sink a little bit lower. I want you to really fire up your legs, especially your back legs. Like, make it come alive. Yeah, really, really active. Good. Keep your legs so still. Now take a breath in, and then exhale, twist, like ring out. Good, breathe in. Flip it around, open up to warrior two. Reverse, takes you back. Wash it away, chaturanga. So that's a high plank. Low push-up. There you go, good. Up dog. Press it back, downward facing dog. Good, breathe in. Empty it out. Good, right foot, warrior two. So your right foot steps between your hands. You're gonna come right up and your hips are gonna open up. Back heel drops, that's it, Sarah, good. And then really deep bend into your front knee. Using your base, good, reverse, go back. Good, side angle, come forward. And reach. Right, come up to your warrior two. You're going to interlace your hands behind your back again. Good, we're going to come into devotional warrior. So if your hands don't touch, you can just keep your hands reaching back behind you. They can just be almost like an airplane arms, or you can interlace right behind you. Start to open your heart. So right, you got to squeeze your back body, open your heart. Take a breath in, lift up, go back a little. And then on your exhale, you're going to fold forward. Your legs are going to stay. You might have to make a little bit of movement. Yeah. And then the breath comes. Breathe in. And then exhale. See if you can soften your upper body a little bit more. Good. Another breath. Exhale out. Good. Gently release your hands. Good. They can come down to your mat. Let's come into track star. Move back and forth. Ooh. Feels good to release. All right. Then we'll meet in warrior two facing the back of your mat. So you're on your left leg. Warrior two. And I love seeing you set up your foundation. Like, you know you're going to be here for a while, so I love it. Sarah's like moving her feet, and like Chelsea's like, I'm taking the extra second to get here too. It's either a break in between sides, right? Or it's like you kind of hunker down, and mentally you commit. You know we're going to be doing something pretty intense in your left leg, right? So bringing that intention from the beginning is awesome. You're so strong here. Reverse, go back. Side angle, come forward. Let's throw an extra reverse in. Go back. Reach up. Really open the left side of your body. Now we'll come to warrior two. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your heart. Gaze goes up. Breath in. And then exhale, fold down. Let your heart drop. Let your head drop down. Good, and then take a breath in. And then exhale, soften. Keep squeezing your hands and reaching them behind you. They might also start to lift off of your back and head towards the back of your body, up towards your head. That's great. Awesome. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands down. Track star. Move back and forth. Right, turn to face the front of your mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and let it out. Shift forward, high plank. Lower yourself all the way down. You might be hovering a little if you have a dog there, or like, yeah, I see Chelsea, just wiggling a little to the side. Good. All right, let yourself come all the way down. Your hands reach back. Good. Right away, let's interlace our hands behind our back. Lots of heart opening today. We'll come into locust. So start to press your hips down, engage your core, engage the back of your body. Yeah, and then start to squeeze your hands and pull them back. The front of you is going to lift. Yes, now lift your legs up. Take a breath in and lift everything as high as you can. Good. Stay right there. Stay. Good. Take another breath. Lower yourself down. Press back to child's pose. Really release your lower back. All right, press yourself up, downward dog. We'll practice some jump throughs to boat. So your options here are jumping right through, landing in your boat. Sounds pretty smooth, right? Or taking as many steps as you need to get through, whatever it is. So today we started off our practice with, we're going to do as much yoga as you can in your body that feels good and safe in your body, and you modify where you need to. So here's a good chance to really challenge yourself with the jump through and just try it. Right? Or if you want to step through, that's absolutely fine as well. So let's all take a breath together in. exhale out, bring a big bend to your knees, and you're gonna jump your feet through your hands. You're gonna cross your ankles as you do it. So let's just try it right here. Let's go. Jump through. Oh, yeah. Good. Land in boat. Right? So our energy comes up, the dogs get moving, we're all laughing here. So we're all moving. Good. So find your boat. Ooh, get your dog situated. And you can either stay here, or we're going to do that 2 more times to practice that transition. So we're doing more yoga this week. So options, stay here, hang out, wait for us to return, or practice again. So cross your ankles. You're going to roll yourself forward. Yeah, send your legs back and just get right into your downward dog. So working on this transition, with our transitions, our whole practice is transitions, going from warrior 1 to 2 to reverse. This is a transition as well. So think, no matter how you're doing this, how smooth can you make it, whether it's a bunch of little steps or a big jump through. All right, breath in. Empty it out. Big bend to your knees. If you're jumping, cross your ankles and send them through your hands. Go. Oh, boats. We landed it. All right, cross your ankles, send your legs back, downward dog. Last one to practice. Right, and this is the fun part, right? It is a practice. You know, you're always working on something in yoga. All right, here we go. Breath in. Let it out. Jump through, boat. Land in your boat. We're going to hold it. All right. Maybe you start to straighten your legs just a little. Heart's lifting. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Legs go up. Lay down on your back. Legs go up. Yeah. Good. We're going to interlace your hands together. Point your fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. Little pulses with the top half of your body. All right. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. All right, keep your legs, lower your upper body. Interlace your hands behind your head. We're going to set up for some bicycles. So draw your right knee in, send your left leg straight in front of you. Yeah, and then your elbows reach up toward your right knee. To your right. Yeah, there you go. Now switch. Go left and right. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one more. Oh, rest. Rest. Good. So our practice is challenging. Right? And that's why I always say, you do as much of it as you can, and you rest where you need to. And then as you continue each week practicing, already our group here has gotten so strong in our 4 practices together. And learning the sequencing of kind of the idea of the flow of a class, what's coming next. Right? All right, we're going to do that again, that little set. So your feet go straight up, and then your hands reaching, pointing. All right, little trick here is make your legs really active. So for some of us, it's flexing, and then for some of us, it's pointing out of the ball of your foot, right, and not the heel. So whatever that is, make your legs really active and just keep reaching them up towards the ceiling. All right, your lower belly is drawing in. You're pressing your lower belly down. You already feel it working, right? Yeah. Good. Now, little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Lower your upper body. Hands go behind your head. Bend your knees. Draw your right knee in. Left leg goes straight. Elbows go toward your right knee. Yeah, both elbows reaching. Yeah, now switch. Go left and right. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Draw your elbows to your knees and squeeze everything in and hold. One last little squeeze. Yeah. Let it go. Rest your body. Supta Baddha Konasana. Your feet come together. Knees go out. Maybe you close your eyes. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. I just want you to notice your dog? How much yoga have you done this week? And how long has your dog been laying next to you? For most of it? Right? Maybe a little more than last week. Feel your heart rate, and then start to slow your breath back down. Bigger inhale, bigger exhale. All right, scoop your knees back in. Draw your knees into your chest and just gentle rock and roll forward to back. Come to stillness. You're going to drop your feet down for bridge pose. Your back is going to drop down. Start to press into your feet. Good. Your next breath in, lift up. Come on up. When you may start to walk your shoulders underneath, getting a little more lift in the front of your body. Good. You keep pressing your feet down. And really active legs here. Right? Really active. Pressing your legs in, lifting the front of your body away. Take one more breath. Come up to your highest point here. All right. Lower yourself down. Draw your knees in. Rock and roll. Side to side, front to back. In each class, we typically do this. And so if your dog typically would be jumping up and doing it, it's really nice to see them laying there. Yeah. Right? And it's so tempting at this point to be so excited that your dog is calm to be like, good girl! And then she jumps up, right? So even me doing that, little Tori here popped her head up. She's like, oh. I noticed her voice change. So really, it's okay just to kind of be there with your dog and not even really say anything. They're with you, right? If your dog's laying there with you while you're doing yoga, they're connected. They're with you. They're doing what they need to be doing. So, the reward in itself is just that shared connection. All right, let's meet in downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands. We'll come up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg and find triangle pose. So your arms come out to warrior two arms, and then you'll reach as long as you can out through your right fingertips. Rib cage goes. Your left hip is going back a little. Yeah. Now drop your right hand down. Left hand goes up. Good. Take a breath. Reach up. And then exhale. See if you can roll your left shoulder back and open. Yeah. Another breath in. Reach, lengthen, lengthen. Good. Exhale, open. Come back to your warrior two. Find goddess. So we're just going to stay for a couple of breaths. So I really want you to sink down. Yeah, get really, really low. Yeah, that's it. Good. And notice if your gaze went down, right? Lift your gaze right out in front of you or a little bit up. Keep that energy and tension up. Good. Take a breath. Exhale, sink down. Good. Keep your legs here. Breath in. Exhale out. All right. Reach it up for 5-star. Warrior two to the back of your mat. You're on your left leg. These smooth transitions. Reverse, go back. Straighten your front leg. And find triangle. One big movement. Right? Linking all of these movements together. Left hand drops down. Right hand goes up. Good. Feel your foundation. Feel your feet pressing down. Take a breath in. And then exhale. See if you can open up. Right shoulder is going back. Good. Stay here. Breathe. And empty. Come up to warrior two. All Right, straighten your front leg. You're going to turn your toes toward the side of your mat right in front of you. Find wide angle forward fold, dropping down. Your upper body is heavy. And notice if your legs, are in really getting locked out, if they're really holding on or feeling like there's a lot of tension in the back of your legs, maybe soften your knees a bit. Keep pressing into your feet and the outer edges of either foot. Yeah, making some extra length. Good. Drop your heart down. Heart squeeze lowers. Let's take a halfway lift. Fold down. Good. And then bring your left hand to center. Halfway lift. Yeah, and then open up. Your right arm is going to come up and twist open. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch arms. Take a breath in. Let's switch again. We'll go to the right side. Open up. Keep that length in your spine. Breath in, and then exhale, switch sides. Last breath here. Lower your hand down. Good, and then you're going to turn towards the front of your mat. So you're going to bend your right knee, come towards the front of your mat. Good, and then you're going to step up for a yogi squat at the top of your mat. So stepping your feet out, you can stay up, you can stay pretty high here, or you can get much lower, right? You can bring your hands down, landing wherever is right in your body. And then maybe you bring your hands together in front of your heart. Ooh, heart lifts, right? And then sending your sits bones down. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, maybe you sink a little more, heart lifts. Good, big stretch, breath in. Let it out. One more inhale. Empty exhale. Good, release your hands down, straighten your legs. Good, and then step your left foot back. We'll come into lizard. So you'll drop your knee down, right foot walks out. And you can stay up or you can come down onto your forearms as you start to open. And make those adjustments that you need in your body. And see if you can find ease here. What will make this more comfortable and more sustainable for you? Use your breath. And are you adding work to this? Are you making it harder for yourself? Can you let that go? If you are, can you let go a little bit? You've done the work, you've done the abs, you've done the flow, you've done the planks, you've done all the chairs, right? And so this is a time to just let your body be and open. Good. Press yourself up. Good. Let's take downward facing dog. Move a little bit on your mat. Then lift your left leg, bend your knee and open your hip. Step through for lizard on the left side. So your hands are walking between your foot, your left foot's wiggling out to the edge of your mat. Upper body drops down. a lot of times I come into Lizard and I think it's going to feel different. Like I think I'm going to have this epiphany where one day I just come in and it opens up and it feels amazing and I'm there, whatever there means in my head. Like I said, expectation I'll set on this sometimes, which I try to let go of. And some of it is my back leg. I start to get so focused on what my back leg is doing. Like, is it straight? And I'll spend my whole Lizard thinking, how straight is my back leg? Is it straight? Is it in line? And then there's this moment that I just say, like, I've got to stop. Right? You have to stop fussing and you have to stop worrying about, is it straight? Is it not? Does it feel right in your body? Right? Just your back leg here. Does it feel right wherever it's landing? Whether it's straight or it's a little bit angled or rolling to one side, like, it doesn't matter. If it feels good in your body, it feels safe in your body. And then your left hip. Right? Maybe you do come up a little bit and shift around. Right? That's what yoga is. It's not, it doesn't have to be just so. It is, how does this feel in your body? How do you support yourself? And use your breath. And press yourself up. Let's take tabletop. Move around. Then in your tabletop, drop your hips forward. We're just going to stretch the front side of our hips. So drop your hips forward. Yeah, almost like they're kind of just hanging down. Exactly, good. It's like kind of an upward dog, but not really. Press back to child's pose. All right, let's do that again. Come forward. Just kind of stretch. It's more organic, right? Letting your hips drop down, maybe a gentle sway from side to side. And then press back. Press yourself up to tabletop, and we'll meet on our backs. Before we do that, actually, let's stay seated for a moment. And keep your right leg in front and your left leg behind. So you're bent here. And then start to walk your hands over to your right side. And walk so far that you feel a little twist. Maybe it's walking your fingertips out a little bit. Good. Take a breath in. See if you can lift and lengthen your spine. And then exhale, twist a little deeper over to the right side. Do that again. Breathe in, find length. Exhale, twist. And then walk yourself back to center. Do a little counter twist. You walk past center, go the other way just for a moment. Come back. Bring both your hands behind your hips. Fingers are, bless you, fingers are facing forward. Take your hands behind and then just gently lift your hips up and open. Good. Release down. Switch legs. And you walk your hands over to the left side. Breath in, find some length. And exhale, twist to the left. Another breath, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Come back through center. Go the other way. Good. Return to neutral. Hands go behind your hips. Hips lift up. And release down. Now come onto your backs. Good. You can draw your knees in and just like a little rock side to side. If you'd like, you can take happy baby, where you grab onto your feet, your knees are bent. You can grab onto your ankles. Just gently rock from side to side. And then we'll rock front to back. And come to stillness. One last big squeeze. Squeeze everything in. One big, big hug. And let's take a full body stretch. Reach really long. And curl over onto one side. Then you can press yourself up to seated position on your mat if you can get up. I swear the dogs know it's their part, some of them. Like Zeppi here's like, yes, we're going to do the thing I love the best part of class, and it's about me. Good, so find your comfortable seat. All right, and then get your dog situated. So we'll move into calm touch, so your dog can be in front of you in any way that's comfortable. So take a few moments and set yourself up. Now that you're in your comfortable seat, we'll get started with calm touch. This week, I just want you to gently touch your dog's collar, or maybe you don't even need to, right? If your dog's really still, but you can start by just 2 fingers in your dog's collar, one long sweep from the back of your dog's head, really, really slow, all the way down to the base of your dog's tail, and stop. We'll do that again. Long sweep all the way down. And do one more time, but really slow. It's fine if your dog stands up. Notice that, Tori here, she laid there the whole beginning of class, like sleeping. And so you want to notice if she'll do a little bit of it, and then she's like, I'm good. And it's totally fine. So you might do a little bit with her and then pause while we're doing the stretching, Sarah. Or, try a couple of the stretches, see how much she'll take. While we're doing the stretching, if your dog, pulls her leg away or backs off, we just let them, right? So we don't want to do any force stretching or anything that is pushing your dog too far. Right, so let's start in some stretching that we did last week. We're going to work with your dog's back hip, the hip that's most available, so the one that's facing up here. You're going to do one sweep starting and go all the way down your dog's head, spine, to your dog's hip, and down to your dog's knee. And you're going to put one hand underneath and one hand on top. And spread your hands nice and wide so you have a really good, firm, steady foundation for this. All right, we'll start by flexing your dog's hip. So you're going to draw your dog's knee in and forward. And then come back to neutral. And if she's holding it up, you can put your hand underneath again and do some gentle sweeps from her hip all the way down to your dog's knee. Good. That way your dog's leg is nice and relaxed. All right, we're going to extend your dog's hip. So sandwiching, one hand on top, one hand on bottom. You're going to move your dog's leg back towards her tail. So her knee, it's going to go. One hand can come in front of your dog's knee or thigh, and you can send it back. She might let you go a little bit more, Chelsea. Maybe. you're extending the hip, you're opening up that hip joint. There you go. Good, so you're just using gentle pressure. We'll stay for about 15 to 30 seconds, and then come back to neutral. We're going to work on abduction. So you really want to make sure your hands are on top and on the bottom of your dog's leg, really, really supporting all the joints there. And then you're going to use gentle pressure on your bottom hand and lift your dog's leg up a little bit away from what we call the midline, or the mid part of their body. And then gently lower down. Top leg out of the way by gently pressing above your dog's knee, right along their thigh, in the front there, and you're going to reach for the leg that's underneath. And your hands are going to come together, and your fingers are going to intertwine just above your dog's knee joint, where their thigh meet their knee. And as Chelsea's using here, and you want to use a nice wide base, wide fingers underneath to support your dog's knee. All you're doing is that little bit of your hands going underneath lifts your dog's leg up towards their midline, or the center of their body. And then you can release down. One long sweep all the way down your dog's spine. All right, and then we're going to move on to the shoulder joint. So working with your dog, you want to do the hip and the shoulder on one side, and then you want to go to the other side of your dog and do the hip and the shoulder on the other side. For today and for this class here, we're just going to do one side to show you, and then you can do the rest on your own at home. So Chelsea will have to shift a little bit here. Tori's just relaxing, which is a really good goal for a young puppy. It's under a year old. Is if she can just hang and be really calm while being touched, it's a really good place to start. Zappy here is a little bit older and pretty calm with the body handling, so we're going to try to show you so you can work on shoulders. So as we began our body handling in our first class, we work at the core of your dog's body and go all the way to the more extremities, which would be their feet. So starting at the core, that's why we work on the hip and shoulder joints first. So if you know these, you can work these on your dog, and eventually in future videos, we'll do a canine stretching video for you that you can learn how to do just all the stretching with your dog. And I'll go through all of the hips, for the back leg, the hip, knee, the hocks, the ankles, the joints of the feet, toes, all the stretches that you can do. But for now, just learning the hip and the shoulder, you really want to do those first before you're moving on to the other parts of your dog's body. So we'll see here if Zappy will lay over onto her side. And Chelsea's just gently suggesting that, right? And even a couple long sweeps down the side of her body. You can even go to her shoulder as well and go down her elbow. Right? So we talk about calm touch, preparing a dog for the canine stretching portion and stretches. So this idea of calm touch, letting her know, right, pretty much working on your shoulder next. Right? There's no surprises when we start to work that. So just some gentle sweeps before we begin. So you'll do one more sweep down. And then you're going to take one hand underneath your dog's elbow. And I like to take like the pinky side of my hand and move it right up against my dog's body. So right up against her body there, yeah. And then your top hand goes right on top. So your hands are really around your dog's elbow joint here. All right, so we're going to work on drawing your dog's elbow towards their midline. So away from their head and towards the back of their body. Good. You're getting a nice stretch along the front side of your dog's body there. Come back to neutral. Right, so we have a little distraction here. Just going to suggest lay back down, you're good. Some calm sweeps. your dog's elbow on top. And so we just drew your dog's elbow back, and now you're going to send your dog's elbow forward, and their leg is going to go with it. So bringing one hand down to support the rest of your dog's leg, and one hand just behind your dog's elbow, and the leg may extend straight out. All right, and come back to neutral. In the shoulder, we also work with abduction and adduction. For abduction, you're going to want to move your dog's leg away from their midline. So one hand underneath your dog's elbow, one hand on top, and you're gently going to lift. There isn't as much movement in the front of your dog's body as your dog's hip. For some of you, your dog will lift their hip way open and up, just like wide open. Sometimes our dogs will flip over on their back and both their legs are splayed out. So, the back end has a lot more mobility, but even what you just did there, Chelsea, with Zeppy, and what some of you may be experiencing is it's just this little movement, this gentle suggestion almost, little gentle pressure underneath to lift your dog's elbow up there and then release down. So we'll see if Zeppy will do one more on her side so we can show the last one. You might have to go back to calm touch, right, Chelsea, just to relax her a little bit. So all of this is new. If your dog has never had this before, they're still wondering, your dog's still wondering, like, what's happening? Why am I on my side? Why are you moving me in this weird way? This has never happened before, right? So this is a process. This 4-week introduction is so you can get the basics and you can practice with your dog every day. So the calm touch and canine stretching portion is something that you can do after your dog is really relaxed at the end of your day, and you go as far as your dog will let you. Right? So it's pretty clear here. Zeppy's like, I don't know if I'm going to completely relax for you. We're going to try though. We'll try and see if she'll let you reach underneath for that other stretch. So reaching underneath, your hands will come together just above her elbow. She'll let you in there. Now she's going to flop over. She's like, that's it. And just a little lift, right? That's it. It's literally, I almost like to think of it as a suggestion, like, will you let me lift your leg up a little bit? Yeah? Okay. Then you're right there. So just a gentle lift. And then release down. One long sweep. So in between, working on calm touch all the way down. She can stand up, and maybe she will stretch. There you go. Good. So if your dog does that, that's awesome, right? But like, thank you. And that would be a good opportunity if your dog does do that at home to do the other side, right? You could get a little stretch, and a lot of times we flip sides at that point. So if your dog just did that, you're welcome to go stretch them on the other side as well. Okay, so that's the basics of hips and shoulders with flexion, extension, abduction, and adduction with our canine stretching. So we're going to wrap up and go into Shavasana. So getting comfortable. Maybe it's putting more layers on. So if you've cooled down from your practice, putting some extra layers on. Be your dog's favorite part. Just let go. yourself permission to just be here, to be in this space. And just share that connection with your dog. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And very slowly bring movement back into your body. And if it feels right, you can curl up onto your favorite side. Let yourself pause for a moment. And then gently press yourself up to the seated position. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Every time we do that, they both get up. This is definitely the second week in a row it's happened, right? Yeah. Like, it's about time. We're almost done. Yeah. So let's take a breath together in and out. Draw your thumbs up to third eye. And together we say, Namaste.